Hello, everybody, and welcome to the All Souls Procession. This is our 30-year as the All Souls Procession, and my name is Fausto Renteria. I'll be your host. We're live in Tucson, Arizona. This is the 30th All Souls Procession, and it's Tucson tradition since 1990. You heard it right. It started off Susan Johnson was grieving the passing of her father back in 1990, and as an artist, she found solace in a creative approach to the memorializing of her father. She then went out to the streets of Tucson and did this amazing artistry with a couple of friends, and now it has turned into probably one of the biggest events here in Tucson. We are now organizing well over 150,000 people that come all over the world just to be part of the All Souls Procession. Every year here in downtown Tucson, Arizona, it's a 2-mile procession that is in the heart of Tucson, and we finish with the big urn, the burning of the urn. And back here we have the openings right, of the All Souls Procession with the Aztecs doing an offering, as well as pretty soon Sherman Austin Nunez will be doing an offering himself, which is really great to have. We're gonna go to our first video right now, and the first video is about to talk a little bit more about the urn and the burning of the urn and what it means for the All Souls Procession and everybody around it. The video is called "Why We Walk with the Urn." Whenever you're ready, Harry.
My name is Renee Wolf. I am the director of the Urn Attendants, who are the group of people that process through the streets of Tucson during All Souls Procession and collect the prayers. And this is, I think, the 30th year of doing this. And I was involved in the very first one with Susan Johnson.
Procession of Pray. We're glad you all came to participate. Fabulous day.
And we thank you for founding it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Who gathered together a group of artists to honor the passing of her father. It has morphed from a few artists coming together to an event I think is incredibly transformative and incredibly meaningful. And I feel honored and delighted and pleased to be a part of it. And in creating this section, my first concern was all of us. That was my first concern, was all of us fitting, all of us feeling comfortable, all of us feeling like we were taken care of and there was still magic around us, and that we had a very beautiful spot. And when you said last week, you found a soft place to land, because there were other places that were larger. It's like, oh, this is a big square box with like really bright lighting. It's like, no. Well, you could use mine. It's like, no, I can't use your space. Your space is not pretty enough for my people. My people is used to high magic in the room. So that was very important. And it was with us in mind that this area was created. So Bob helped make these little magical tree things, and so all of it is so that we can feel welcomed and nourished and loved and supported and sustained. And now we live at the Wolf Den. Also, it gives my life a huge, huge, deep level of meaning. Being involved with the All Souls Procession has helped me through some incredible, difficult times of grief. In the last couple of months, a very dear friend's father passed away, who was a remarkable man. And I will be thinking of him deeply during this particular walk. His name was Gennaro DiBiase, and I knew him when I was a teenager. He was my high school sweetheart's father, and a rare and amazing person on the planet. And while grieving and celebrating his life, it will add another level of potency while I walk and collect prayers from other people who have lost their loved ones as well. It's I block out this like 2.5 months, 3 months chunk of time to do this. Why do I do it? There's a phrase that we use in my group. This is why we walk. This is why we walk. And it is, there's certain things that unite us. There are a lot of things that divide us, but there are more things that unite us. And one of the profound things that unites us is death. I have a beautiful friend of mine, Laura Markowitz, this incredible, knowledgeable human being on the planet, who used this phrase once, which stuck with me. And she said, we are all packing for the same journey. We are all packing for the same journey. So we have all lost someone. We have lost pets, we have lost fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers and lovers and beloved pets, and we have all lost someone. And our society doesn't really grieve well. We don't have any rituals in place that teach us how to grieve, and that it's okay. We come from a society, dominant culture, stiff upper lip, cry somewhat, but move on through life and get through it. And we, by nature, are ritualistic human beings. We need ritual. We need ritual to also give our lives meaning at different junctures in our existence. So this is a huge gift and giving that I can do as a human being on the planet, that I can walk and do this for my community. And each year that we come together, it has its own depth. We have different themes, and it has its own depth, and it has its own challenges. We are never the same each year that we gather. The world is never the same. Our country is never the same. So we bring who we are to this process, and the process is large enough to incorporate most of where we are at. And when you walk through the streets and hold people's eyes for that infinite moment, it may be only seconds, but in that moment it feels like infinite space and infinite giving. And there are people whose faces I remember even after years of doing this, where every now and then they will move across my heart, and I will wonder about them, or I will send a prayer to them, or when we see people's altars and see the pictures of what we call our beloved dead, it still moves and resonates inside my body and being. So this is an act of service that I can do for myself, and that I can do for my community, and in the larger scope of things, that I can do for my planet. There are other cultures around the world that grieve in different ways. Karen Falkenstrom of Odaiko Sonora brought the Japanese obon, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the Japanese ceremony of honoring the dead, and brought that as a component. Indigenous people have different ways of honoring the dead. Western culture does not. We have a funeral, we have a wake that takes different forms, and then we're supposed to get over it. But that communal process of coming together fills a deep, deep need that we have. And I think it also comes out of, there's a potent, rich history in Tucson. A Mountain in this area is the oldest continued lived-in place in America. Some say in North America, which means that people have been living and breathing and loving and dying here for thousands and thousands of years. Tucson proper likes to say, oh, we've been here for 200 years. No. People have been living here for thousands of years. So there is that, there are the ancestors in the ground. There's the proximity to the border. There is the Mexican culture. There is Dios de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. While we are not trying to copy that, it also comes out of Tucson has an incredibly rich artistic community and a circus community. So there is this potent alchemical mixture of cultures and connections and histories and people, where out of that came this uniquely Tucson thing of All Souls Procession. And like I said, it started with one woman wanting to honor the passing of her father, this deep human need of love and remembrance. It's that we are an extension of the urn. There is an 8-foot urn that is pulled by an individual through the streets, and all the prayers go into that. We do not speak. We are an extension of that urn. And once we put on our costumes, which, not costumes in the sense of like Halloween or something like that, but costumes in the sense of putting on a transformative garment that allows you to be something else, something more, then we don't speak. We inhabit a different space. It's another reason why my group is in rehearsal once a week for 8 weeks. We also make our own costumes because we have to fine-tune the nervous systems and our essence and our being to be the focus of such intense attention. And it doesn't just happen by, oh, let me come together haphazardly. We are thoughtful and delve into what I call the death mysteries for once a week for 8 weeks until the actual night of the procession. It's a huge giving of individuals that take this on in the midst of their already jam-packed lives, already in their already stretched days and nights. But they do this as a gift and as a way that they can be of service to something higher and something deeper.
Wow, what an inspiring video that was. And that's basically how it sums up the urn and what this whole procession means and what it means to the community of Tucson, Arizona, and how it brings the community together throughout the years, and every year keeps growing and growing. And we're also very excited that this year we have a musical guest, and it's ambient pioneer Steve Roach. Steve Roach is a leading American pioneer in the evolution of ambient electronic music, helping shape it into what it is today. He's an Grammy Award nominee in 2018 and 2019 consecutively, and he's here with us as part of our Also Procession guest for our music. The urn and everybody that's coming through the procession, we're getting a lot of people coming through right now, and they're probably going to be coming soon enough to be walking through the main stage, and Steve Roach will be the backdrop music to that whole procession down here at Agustin Cathedral, Mercado San Agustin, I'm sorry, the Mercado San Agustin area where we're at each and every year. We have a video a little bit talking about Steve Roach and what he's about, and that way you guys can get familiarized with him and see what we got coming up pretty soon. We're ready to roll that video. Go ahead and take it away, Harry. Thank you.
So the All Souls Procession, certainly having been living in Tucson for 30 years, it's part of Tucson. I resonate deeply with the All Souls Procession quality and the feeling that it is, that at its core is something I've been drawn to and appreciate, have appreciated for years. So, and last year around this time, I was playing a concert at Solar Culture, the Galactic Center, and Nadia Hagen came and saw the show, and we talked afterwards, and then one thing basically quickly led to the next, and the invitation came to play at the Procession finale. Some months went by, and then we finally met up and had a sit down with her and Paul, and just got clear with what was going to happen, and then it happened. Nadia has known my music since the 90s. She was in this very well-known group that was touring around, very dramatic group called Crash Worship. And so she had known of my music back in the 90s. I had the skeletal structure built, but I really do that a lot, where I wait till the energy is upon you and the deadline is facing you, and there's an excitement about that, and there's also, it's not a place of last minute composition, but it's just something about just taking it as far as you can, right to that point to where you're feeling the anticipation and the energy and the excitement, and then channel that into the final touches of what I'll be presenting. For years I've been working with that technique of putting myself in a location or in a space where I'm about to enter into from it. So that I tune into. I mean, I recently played in a very large church cathedral in LA, and I went and visited it. I was there for an hour or so, and like 5 months before, and I just sat in there and just draw it in, and then for 4 months or so preparing for it, I have that sense of transposing myself in there and then shaping and creating a set that feels like it'll work within that setting. So here it's a very similar way of working, where I think ahead and put myself into that space, and not compare it to anything. I don't really have any memory of what music I've heard there before, but this time I know what I want to bring there, and just let that bloom out from that sense of the the awareness that you get from being there with all that information that comes in, and experiencing it in the past. That was really helpful. But I mean, I'm feeling that quality of the qualities of life and death like all the time. So that's been in my work since I was young. I've always had that feeling of mortality, and like at any moment, you never know what's going to happen, and I never try to take that for granted. So it fits into my way of being on the planet. Places, the kind of spaces I create. I mean, it can be very dramatic and dynamic, and really.
And that was a video by Steve Roach, and we're lucky to have him here tonight, and we'll be looking forward to him coming up on stage here pretty soon. I want to talk about this year's theme. This year's theme is the realm of the unseen. The realm of the unseen surround us, inside us, within and between the molecules, organisms that inhabit our biosphere, under our feet, in the air we breathe, in every drop of water, in our guts, in our eyelashes, are ecosystems, webs of communication, of relations, what we may be barely conscious of, but bind our biological existence to our planet and all other life in the cosmos. I mean, when they come up with these themes, I mean, it's just not something that we take lightly at the All Souls Procession. It's actually, we really focus on everything that has to be with life and the existence of life. And even though we are honoring our deceased, because that's life in itself as well. So there's a lot of people that are gathered to make this event happen every year. And with that in mind, we want you guys to see this video of our ambassadors here at the All Souls Procession, and thank them so much for everything they do year out and year in, and everything that has to happen in order for this event to happen yearly. For everybody in the community of Tucson, Arizona, and everybody out there that comes from all over the world. We have people coming in from Canada, from Mexico, from South America, from even Europe. We have gotten people here at the All Souls Procession. It's becoming huge after 30 years. I mean, how can I not be? Especially when so much soul is into this procession, so much amor, so much cariño, love and love with one another. It just brings everybody together, and this is what the All Souls Procession is about. So thank you again to all the organizers, all the ambassadors, and with that, we're going to take you to this video here. No more videos? Two guests here with us. What are your names?
Lauren, Pauline.
Gloria and Pauline, how was your experience with the All Souls Procession? Did you walk the whole 2 miles?
We did walk the whole 2 miles, yes.
Yeah, we did the whole round from the end, and we kind of saw each area, so it was really cool.
Tell me a little bit about your creation and what you guys put in the thought behind it all.
Well, this was actually my first year. She's the veteran, so she helped me put my outfit together. And I lost my grandma this past year, so it was really important for me to have somebody to go through with it. And so she's represented with me today, and that was just my outfit. The roses and the butterflies, and represents the celebration, to be happy about, to celebrate those you've lost and what they've done for your life. So.
Yeah, that is awesome. And how about you? You said this is how many years have you been coming to the All Souls Procession?
I haven't come the past few years, so this is a good welcome back. And just being here, and I love the whole meaning behind it and what it is to celebrate the ones that we've lost, and to celebrate their lives and the meaning behind the monarch butterflies. And I'm here to celebrate for my grandparents, my dad, and my dog.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this, this event, because we're all here for the same reasons, and we mourn our own ways, and it's a good experience to have. Now, are you guys both from Tucson?
Originally back east in New Jersey, and I've been here 12 years, I think. So it was a cool thing to be introduced to.
How about yourself?
Born and raised. Yeah, born and raised. 24 years.
It is your first time, huh?
And it's my first time. I know. Halfway through, I actually said that. I said, I can't believe it's my first time doing this, but I'm really happy I did.
But now it's going to be a yearly event, right?
A yearly event,
And
yeah.
you're going to bring more people.
Yes, I'm going to bring more people.
And that's how we keep growing. Did you know that we started off with just a couple artists doing this 30 years ago, and then now it's over 150,000 people that come to this
I know. It's so many people. It's actually really good to see. It's really nice because the energy is really good. Everybody has the same theme. Everybody's celebrating and is happy. And that's the way you should celebrate your loved ones.
Exactly. Now, what can you tell the audience out there watching us through their computers about this experience and how they should really make an effort to come and join us?
I think the big thing is just having the amount of people that celebrate is such a powerful feeling. Being able to get dressed up for a different kind of purpose, not just, it's Halloween to go out. It is here to celebrate, any lost one. It doesn't have to be, it can be a pet. It can be anything in your life. And being able to truly celebrate it, I think it's a wonderful thing to have that many people gathered for one evening. It's amazing.
Anything you want to add to that?
I would definitely say that this is a community. I definitely experienced that, and it doesn't matter what culture you are, what ethnicity, what background you come from. Everybody celebrates in their own way, and everyone was able to show that with respect and the rest of the people here. So I think that don't be afraid to come out here, and be yourself.
Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and sorry for you guys' loss, but we're here in memories, and I'm pretty sure they're happy up there.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
That's one of our guests here at the All Souls Procession. People that come from everywhere, first timers, people that come again and again and again. Just because it's such a great event. We all have one thing in common, and that's our loved ones that passed. So with that said, we're gonna go back to the procession and see a little bit more of what's going on tonight. If you're watching this, come join us next year. We do it the first Sunday of every November, so put it in your agenda and make sure you join us and be a part of this beautiful event. And we are back here, and we're here with a couple of spectators. What are your names?
I'm Yari Vianello.
And I'm Sarah.
And how long? What time did you guys get here today?
Well, we got here around 5 p.m. at the start of the procession.
Do you guys walk the procession as well?
We did, yes.
And what does it mean to you being part of this procession, and what are you guys mourning?
Well, we're honoring our family members, and this is actually my husband's first time being a part of a procession like this. I'm from Tucson, and he's from Italy, and so this is something new and very special, something that's part of my culture that I wanted to share with him.
Do they have something similar in Italy to this?
Yeah, we have a procession, but not like this. Yeah, it's different. Yeah,
And so far, you like what's happening here in Tucson?
I really like it. Yeah, it's a really cool experience. Yeah.
Well, you guys keep enjoying the All Souls procession. We'll welcome you back next year and tell everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys. the Altos Procession, and it's not just for adults, it's for all ages. And we have here somebody. What is your name and your age?
Alina, and I'm 12.
Alina, is this your first time in the Altos Procession?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you walk the 2 miles?
No.
You just came to see the ending and all that?
Yeah.
Now, what do you know about the Altos Procession and Dia de los Muertos and all that?
I don't really know a lot.
You just here with your parents? Are you from Tucson?
Yes.
And do you like it so far?
Yes.
Good. So does that mean you're going to tell your friends at school, and then that way next year more kids come?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're a good sport, okay? Keep watching and come back next year. We'll see you here. So it is for all ages. Families come here, and we want everybody to join in. There's no age group or anything like that. So everybody's welcome. All right, back to the truck. Thank you, Harry. Gancio?
Kramer.
Gancio Kramer. Hi everybody, we're here with the Kramers and the Gancio family, and Chacon, and say hi everybody. Now, tell us a little bit about your shrine and how did you guys come up with it?
Last year we did like a dream catcher. So this year I was trying to recycle our big circle, so we made it into a wreath, which represents all the wreaths that you put at the cemetery and stuff like that. Also, my son Dionisio Kramer, he was murdered in 2006 on October 20th. And then my son David was trying to come home, and that's David over there. He was trying to come home that day, and the car rolled, and he passed away within the 24 hours that Dionisio had passed. So we're doing okay, but this was like 13 years ago, but we're doing okay, and it's just a memory to share with them, knowing that they're still with us, even though they may be gone. But all our family members that have passed, we still remember them because we've loved them so much that we need to share that memory with each other.
And I like how you guys come together as a family, and that's a great thing. We got the little ones, and they're coming up knowing what All Souls Procession and Dia de los Muertos means to our community. How long have you guys been coming to the All Souls Procession?
About 13 years ago.
It's 13 years ago, and they've been coming every year?
Yes.
And every year you guys build a shrine like this?
Pretty much. That's what we dedicate and say our farewells to our loved ones up above. And the only way to show that we miss them is by the shrine, and beyond that, showing our respects to all the lost souls. And the parade is a beautiful tradition, a tribute to all our lost and loved ones.
Did you know that this is the 30th year?
This is the 30th year. That's amazing. It's amazing how people can put all this together without any blink in the eye, because it just shows a lot of respect, a lot of love.
And are you guys liking the All Souls Procession?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys. You guys are doing a great job, and can't wait to see you next year. All right. All right. Thank you, Harry. We'll go back to you.
Good morning. What's it, boy? Manjagi Austin Nunez, Jetki Kamiab. Kwamjidim Wakta. Good evening, friends and relatives. My name is Austin Nunez. I'm Wakatam, part of the Tonantzin Nation, and I'm very honored and privileged to be here with you this evening. I've been asked by Paul Weir to offer a word of prayer this evening for the event, and I'm very appreciative for all of you being here. And I'll be praying in my own language and in English to ask for healing for all of us, so that we can continue to move positively in our lives, knowing that our relatives are in a good and a better place, and that someday we will see them. So thank you again, each and every one of you, for your presence here this evening.
Hi, we're backstage, and we're here with
Michelle.
And what do you guys what is it that you guys are doing?
We're part of the community spirit group, and our particular function is that we are urn attendants.
And do you guys do this every year?
Yeah, we do it every year.
Great Spirit, I ask for your blessings.
And it takes a lot of people to make this happen, of course, and we're very happy for your guys' dedication and time. Any possibilities of asking anybody out there that could want to join, and what do they have to do to be able to help out?
Someday we will see them when we too, you will call
There's
us to you.
a great number of different ways in which you can volunteer to help the procession. You can find out about all of them on the website. You just go and look under volunteer opportunities, and there are lots and lots of them.
And then the website is procession.org, I believe.
To be able to look kindly
So
upon
if you guys
each
want
other,
to join in and help or in any capacity, there's a link on the procession.org website that you go in there, and then you can find where you can become an usher or an urn assistant or anybody that has special skills that you want to contribute. You can definitely do that at the All-Souls Procession every year. Thank you, ladies, for all your wonderful work, and keep up the good work.
Take care of all your blessings you've blessed us with, so that we can thrive and survive here today. Your land, your water, the plant life, the animal life. Each of us as humans, we all need each other, gracious Heavenly Father Creator. And I thank you again for this wonderful day you gave us and our lives, and again for all the good things that will come about for each and every one of us. Continue to bless my relatives who have recently lost a loved one. You comfort them, gracious Heavenly Father Creator. You heal all the people that need to be healed, those that are infirmed, those that are needing a prayer at this time. I ask you to put your healing hands upon them, gracious Father God, Creator God, so they can continue to move forward and be able to take care of themselves when they're well again, gracious Heavenly Father Creator. All these things I ask from you this evening time. I know there's many, many things I've left out of my prayer this time, but I ask you to take care of those things for me, and you bless all my relations that are here this evening time, gracious Heavenly Father Creator. For all my relations.
Betwixt and between the realm of the unseen, the things that we miss, the touch of your hand, the taste of your kiss, laughter. From another room. Hey, betwixt and between the realm of the unseen, and we gather together, gather together, gather together, and we see each other grieving forever. Those we have loved and those we have lost.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tucson.
Muchas gracias a todos por atender. Este es su evento, por favor. Si quieren ser más gran parte de él el año que entra, avísanos con tiempo. Tucson, this is your event. If you want to be more involved next year, just let us know ahead of time. There's a lot of ways to volunteer and be a part of the All Souls Procession.
Behind me on these screens, you're going to see our thank yous to all the people who made this happen. And that's a lot of people. So hundreds of volunteers. Give it up. And just keep giving it up. Just keep making a bunch of noise. Just keep yelling. And I'm going to give a bunch of love to Steve Roach for coming out here and playing an amazing set for us. Our incredible directors, our dance directors, our ambassadors, our attendant directors. Randy, who pulled that urn through the streets. All of our incredible tech people who come out here and make this stage look so beautiful for us. Soundwave, Stage Dog Pro, Fifth Avenue Reproductions, and a big shout out to Nexus Visions. Shout outs to our media crews. You're gonna get to see all those beautiful photos. Just a couple of days, they'll all start rolling out. You'll get to look at yourselves. A huge shout out to everybody who walked across this stage. You guys built the most beautiful things this year. Holy shit.
No hay mucho más que decir, nada más quiero decirles gracias a todos ustedes y gracias a todos los que atendieron, que fueron parte de esto. Todos lo hacemos. Muchas gracias.
If I forgot you, if I got to say your name, thank you. Thank you to everyone who makes this happen. Take care of each other. Pick up a little trash on your way out. Give each other a little love on the way out. And thank you, Tucson. We're going to see you again next year.
And a big, huge thank you to Nadia Hagen. And Paul Weir, I don't know where he's at, but he makes all this happen too. The two of them work all year so that we get to be here tonight. So definitely thank them. If you see them somewhere, thank them again. If you see them again in 6 months, thank them again. And to everybody else who's here and made this happen, thank you. Thank you and have a good night.